coming up on the well.
The well?
The ceremonial kind, used by questers in the old days.
Some kind of ritual?
You could say that. Downward, into the depths of the unknown. Bodily death, rebirth of the soul, that sort of thing. Ukra, we're heading down.
I won't be able to track your positions while you're on the ground. You'll be on your own. So do try to stay out of any serious trouble.
Define serious.
Have you ever been in a terminal?
I've heard stories.
Well, get ready to be impressed.
I will have the Morning Star ready for a quick exit. Good luck.
Luck's got nothing to do with it.
Keep an eye on him, Haruna.
That's a big ask.
Onwards.
So many locations across the globe.
There she goes again.
You! Stop there!
You better make me.
Please, after all!
I think I need to. Shoot you down.
Not as limber as I used to be.
I'll keep an eye out for you at least. Next time.
Whoops. Come on, we gotta keep moving. The Society opened this tunnel a few years back.
The Society did this? Why not just solve the door puzzle?
We tried.
Did you? How long did you drive for, before resorting to Western archaeology? Incredible.
That it is. I remember this path being in better shape, though. This looks like earthquake damage. Watch your step.
The scale of it, unbelievable. Feels older than the previous section.
It gets older as we near the terminal.
What exactly are terminals?
Conduits, places where the layers between our world and the fold are more permeable.
Built by the Sahin.
The Sahin harnessed their power, but they didn't create them.
And who did?
That's one for the ages. Maybe they found them. Look there, on the bridge below.
Converging. Above us, they travel. We'll soon meet again. Is that verse?
Prayer, maybe.
What was that? We get there ahead of them most every time. you spot them?
What's that, Doctor?
Not far now.
Apologies. Okay. This makes me feel old. If the stones themselves have moved since I was here last, what does that say about me?
What do you mean?
Well, last I was here, I could have sworn the way down to the giant staircase was the other way, but hey, here we are. You better get a move on. Wow, this is incredible. If only the Ascendants could stop and take a look around sometimes, am I right?
Luther, you're a softie.
Righto. Back to the task at hand. I think we're not far from where we need to be.
No way we can clear that rubble by hand. If we can't dig them out, we blast them out.
I'm not sure we should be using explosives right now.
Look, I've got a dozen men stuck on the other side of that pile of rubble. So unless you have a better idea, start setting those charges.
Okay, Haruna. We gotta be careful here.
This is
We'll
surely
have
your
some
sister
serious
origin.
firepower down there. Let's have a look before jumping into the fray this time. I'll follow your lead.
First, I thought it was... I see someone! Surrender!
Heal if you can. You're hanging by a thread.
You're done for! I'm gonna finish this! How does that feel? You asked for it! Come on, please! For you.
hand. Heal.
I'll make her pay for this!
That's done. Might prove useful.
You good?
This entire place is likely to come down on us.
We better hurry.
The fold. I feel it. It's all around us.
That'll be the terminal. It's like a fast elevator straight into the deep fold.
This material, it feels...
Alive. That's Am you're feeling. It permeates everything here.
After Reka disappeared, I thought that's the last I'd hear of Am. The fold, Questers, all of it. I missed it.
If there's one thing I can tell you for sure, it's that this life never leaves you.
Did we lose him?
No. We'll get him out.
Aruna? Oh, right.
I didn't.
He's alive.
What's wrong with him?
He's trapped down there in the fold. We can't leave him like this. We gotta get that portal back up again. Matos's machinery's fried, but maybe you can get it open the old-fashioned way. You'll have to power up that Saheen table.
I'll need to redirect the flow of Am to power the table. The table should work now. Rekka's amulet. What now?
You gotta dive.
What?
If you go in after him, maybe you can, I don't know, bring him back somehow.
Are you mad? I know you think I'm some sort of master quester, but I'm not. I can't save lives.
Listen to me. Losing your shade in the fold, it's worse than dying. It's like getting your soul torn out. Vincent may not care what happens to Matos, but I can't let him go out like that.
I've never done this before.
No one's ever done it before, until they've done it. Aruna, Matos is our last shot at finding Rekka's trail and salvaging this whole caper. You can do this. You need to do this.
The one time I actually wanted to stick together.
Hail, wanderer. Never gets old.
Dr. Matos,
Welcome, Aruna. A pleasure, as always.
how do you know my name?
Oh, but we know each other well, my dear. You've been here before, countless times, and so shall you be here again. In fact, you're here right now.
Look, I've never been here before, but I'm going to get you out.
Such determination. You are fascinating every time. But I'm afraid there is no getting out for me.
There must be a way.
My mind is not trained as yours. And my machine is an imperfect solution. Each time my consciousness enters the deep fold, a bit less comes back. Hence the state of my mortal shell.
So you're trapped here.
Trapped? My dear, I worked my entire life to get here. The fold brings the wonders of eternity to me, just as the sea brings shells to the shore. That I cannot leave is little more than an amusing irony. And I have a greater purpose now. You may not be able to help me, but there's still a chance that I can help you. Ask me.
Rekka.
Where is she, indeed? To answer that, I must first show you something far more important. Walk the path. Just as he that came before you.
Wait, who came before? Damn it! Was that me?
Who you were. Who you might become.
How is this possible?
Lines of potential. All things existing in motion, crisscrossing the infinite fields of being, carving their paths into the very fabric of the fold.
The patterns of convergence.
Reika understood the patterns like few do. This gift she gave to you. Now, let those patterns reveal themselves.
We are so close, Vincent. I have never gone this deep. We need to turn back.
It's all right, Nikolai.
We've already lost so many.
Doubt is your only obstacle, and you are strong enough to overcome it. Do not fear death. There is no death in the fold.
Where are they going?
Yes, where indeed. Onward, and you shall see.
I know this place.
Our world is bound to this realm. Past, present, all possible futures are recorded in its fabric. Powerful minds can tune it. Yours has shaped this place. Dazzling frontier, isn't it?
To say the least.
You've already witnessed how your unconscious can tune the fold. Now, shape it with your conscious mind.
We've lost too many. Nikolai.
Nikolai doubted. just as did the others. Trust in our mission, and we shall triumph. Of this I am certain.
Hubris has blinded you.
This is far greater than I.
The vibrations of the fold sound a sad song through this place.
Vincent led them to their deaths.
Death? No. They are lost shades, forever searching for a home.
Rifters.
It is a fate worse than death for most. One that Vincent fears more than anything.
My God. This looks like... Is it India? I'm here. And everywhere. I thought the first time I came here, Echo would be too. It's all so... alien.
All gone. Weak. Unworthy. Must not succumb. The vastness. So much. Too much to take in. The path is my own. One of many. The one I have chosen. All others are but dreams, until the dreamer wakes. At last, I behold.
You feel it, yes?
Session.
Indeed, here where so many minds have shattered, Vincent stood strong and felt its ensorceling embrace. It is still far from us, but even here it reaches out through these protean cavities and crevices. Rika.
You know where she is?
Rika proved well worth the trouble of her capture. She revealed the existence of a powerful artifact. I call it the Cambrian device.
What is that?
An instrument of vanity too dangerous to be wielded. The Nine wiped its location from the face of knowledge itself, but I scoured the fold for a trace and I found it. That moment, I understood the grave error the Nine came close to committing. The Cambrian device must never be used. But out there on the surface, my mind is soft and my lips are loose. So I revealed to Vincent the secret I had learned. Vincent and his men are traveling to Anatolia to secure the Cambrian device. You will beat them there.
What?
Remember, You can see what others cannot. What has been hidden.
Haruna!
I'm fine.
What happened?
Matos,
He's dead. It's all right. You're back. That's what's important.
No.
Where did she get?
Hey, stop that!
We need to find a way out. Temper for a few days. I'm gonna take care of that bridge. Come in, Bukra. Do you read me? Time. Nothing.
We cut it out on daylight. That should give us a better signal.
Get away!
One cut.
Come on. Morning Star, do you read me?
Morning Star here. You have no idea how glad we are to able to find that boy.
Feelings mutual. Listen, we're coming pretty hot. We're gonna need a quick exit.
We are converging on your location.
Got a line on you.
How in the heck?
to heal. That wasn't my best rip.
There!
Morning Star, we have eyes on you.
We see you!
Ah! There you are!
Never a dull moment.
Not gonna miss!
Well, I've had a good life. Cutting it kind of close, Bukra.
I know where they're headed. Someplace called Anatolia.
Anatolia?
Of all the godforsaken ruins in the world.
Matos mentioned an artifact. Showed me how to find it.
Anatolia. Haruna will provide you with the details.
We need to reach it before Vincent's fanfare.
How much of a lead do they have?
Close to a day.
The morning start is fast, but there's no way we can make up a day's time.
Here, the society might be down, but we still have some bite.
But we're not out for the count. You're thinking our friends in Cyprus can intercept Vincent's fleet.
Cyprus is well out of communications range.
We are basically traveling on a gigantic metal frame. The Morning Star can be our antenna.
What's the catch?
The catch is someone needs to rewire the antenna.
And the antenna are?
Outside.
I'm outside. The weather's pretty heavy.
Can you see some antennae protruding from the fuselage?
I see them.
You'll need to rewire them like I showed you. And Haruna, watch yourself. We are a floating party the Lightning can't wait to join.
Just keep this steady. I'll worry about the lighting. That's one down.
Good. See if you can rewire more.
That's another one.
I'm going to need a bit more contact surface. I need you to jelly this a few more antenna.
There.
One more shot. That should do it. Hurry back inside.
I'm in.
Hold on, we are switching on the transmitter. I'd wager this signal could message the moon.
Wouldn't that be something?
Haruna, we owe you a drink. Join us in the common area when you can.
Haruna! Astrid, told me you actually saw Dr. Matos. He's alive? He was when I first saw him, yes. But now, only his shed remains. He's a rifter? Yes, but he seems to be holding up better than most. His mind is surprisingly sharp, even witty. He was always kind to me when I was younger. I always hoped I might see him again, if things got better. But nobody lives forever. Please do not take this the wrong way, Mara, but you seem very old for a teenager sometimes. Thanks. I think you're very old, too. Will he end up mindless, like the other rifters? The fall inevitably takes its toll on the mind. But the strongest minds are resilient. Amatos has a tremendous mind. Well, I guess there are worse things. I am so bored. So bored. Why? Could it be... Yes, I have no good books. Not even new books. The ship's running fine. You're doing quester things. Mum's piloting. 40's mapping. So I need something to pass my downtime.
Yes, I can see how.
What I wouldn't give for a stack of pulps, some Haggard, Wells, my beat-up old copy of Frankenstein. I hear Bomb's working on another Oz book.
Mara, you needed a favor?
Right. Sorry. I was wondering if you might just tell me some stories when there's time. The adventures you must have had.
I'm not really sure I'm the best one for that. What about George? Or even Luther?
Oh, those two exaggerate worse than the pulps. You sure you couldn't maybe share a couple of your grand adventures? Please?
Alright, I might drop you a few anecdotes from time to time, if I have the time. But no promises.
Ugh. What is it Captain Mum wanted me to take care of next? The loose throttle? Or that clanking sound in the port engine? Come to tell me that story? No? Then I've got things to do.
Another same fragment. What secrets do you hold?
I understand you encountered Matos within the fold. Tell me, did he seem strange to you? I'm curious as to the effects the fold might have on one who's been severed from this reality.
Well, for one, he no longer seems to follow the normal flow of time. He was sure he'd met me many times. And then I saw them, me. Other versions of me, taking different paths. Those versions Matos must have met, or will meet.
You've witnessed the patterns of convergence. What else did you see?
I saw Vincent. Must have been an echo from the past. And I saw what he found. What he saw. I saw Session.
Now you know what we're all up against.
What is that little obelisk? And why does it make me feel uneasy?
We call that the communion pillar. It's used to facilitate an unbreaked connection between two divers, where the two share M with each other. In the proper hands, it can be divine, two hearts sharing their energy. In the wrong hands, it can make one heart radiant and the other heart a battery. This was the case with Vincent and me.
Amina, what do you mean? You and Vincent were spiritually bonded? Together?
At one time, I was enchanted by him. Like his current followers are. Except he and I shared a special kind of fondness. Early in his deep fold explorations, he nearly succumbed to the strain of too many dives. He wasn't strong enough to keep diving by himself. I brought him the communion pillar, and we used it together. I offered him my help, my M.
Your soul? So Vincent used you? Like a battery? How could you let such a monster get that close to you?
Do you think so little of me? That I'd invite a demon across my doorstep? Or the leap year society would empower someone so obviously manipulative? He changed, Haruna. He was princely in his day. His first contact with Session awoke a single-minded monstrousness, a narcissism in him. It must have always been there. When I saw it, when I named it, he discarded me. So yes, he used me. Without my help, he would have pushed himself too far and been lost to the fold. None of this would have happened.
You are not responsible for Vincent's actions, Amina.
Anyhow, that's what the Communion Pillar does. Sometimes it's all I can do to stop myself from dropping it in the ocean. Come back another time, Haruna.
Two dependable friends.
I take it your message got through.
They'll delay the ascendance for as long as they can. With a bit of luck, we'll be in and out before none's the wiser. Artifact in hand.
Do we even know why this artifact is so significant?
Here. The artifact acts as a lens through which the life form can be bound to a host neural matrix. Life form? Session. Vincent isn't just trying to release Session, he wants to merge with it. That's what the artifact does.
With that kind of power, the whole world becomes his sacrificial lamb.
Not if we stop him.
I'll let you know when we arrive.
Try to get some rest.
Is something wrong?
Have you ever felt broken? Like pieces missing?
All the time. We spend our lives stitching our wounds. The scars become who we are.
My life has been nothing but scars. But Session... it smoothed them all away.
I treasure my scars. Each one marks a choice that I made. A choice to live. Don't fear your scars, Haruna. Meet me at the landing station when you are ready.
Ready to hear the rest of my sordid tale, huh? Where was I? Red River, lost my horse. Right. There we were, Luther and me, all ready to murder each other like real men, when all of a sudden here comes Peter Rabbit. Little varmint just hopped right up between the two of us and stopped there, staring at us, as if to say, "Go on, shoot." What could I do? Well, I laughed my fool head off, scared off the rabbit, and dropped my damn rifle. My hands were still covered in mud and blood and God knows what else. Well, old Loretta landed butt down and fired my last shot straight in the air. We were both so surprised, we naturally looked straight up, just in time to see the tree branch I just blasted dropping right onto our damn fool heads. Knocked us both clean out. When I came to, Luther had a fire going and a can of beans in the pot. He offered me some of his canteen. They were scotch, and some of his food, and we started talking. I learned a bit of his story, then a bit of mine, and hell, we couldn't even see the fighting anymore, and no one was looking for us.
So you are a deserter?
On paper, I suppose. But I'd seen enough, even before coming face to face with Luther. That war, those wars, if you could even call them that, they were immoral, evil. Luther just told me about your little run-in with Session. Pretty bad, huh? But who knows what allies we might find out there. There are more things on heaven and earth than
In heaven and earth. Everyone gets that wrong, but I take your point. In fact, you sound more than a little like Matos. So, things like what on heaven and earth?
I don't know. Lost at Vadabar? Orang Pendek? Hell, even Spring Hill Jack could be.
You think those are real? Most of those stories don't even make basic sense.
Well, someone had to imprison Session in the first place. Question is, are any of them still around? Of course. Bukra thinks answering that question's a quest in itself.
I agree. And in case you haven't noticed, we're on a race against the clock. Besides, I'm not sure I like the idea of putting too much trust in someone or something that's strong enough to beat Session.
Point taken. I, for one, still think there's something to those stories about Spring Hill Jack. You know, I could get used to this flying tub.
Is it true you spoke with Matos? Do you know if any secret maps remain hidden in some family vault? Scusi. Once again, I have continued the conversation without letting you know you were already participating in one.
That's all right. And I wish I could say I found some maps, specifically, but I'm afraid not.
It was probably too much to ask, I suppose. Such things are not usually left lying around, but one can hope.
Opera seems to be your life, Maestro. How did you fall into navigation, of all things?
It's the family business, you might say. For generations, my family and the Matos clan were rivals in the exploration of the world, both undiscovered and hidden. Incidentally, Haruna, do you play an instrument, perhaps?
I wish I had that ability, but I've never been particularly musical.
Then, I suppose it's too much to ask that you might be able to read music, no?
Well, no, which I think stands to reason.
It is unfortunate, truly, that more people do not know how to read music anymore. Such a simple way of noting the progress of beauty and the beauty of mathematics. It is precision, it is calculation, and it is interpretation.
What are you saying, Fortunato?
Only that sheet music can be used to conceal many secrets from those who would otherwise pay it no heed.
What kind of secrets?
Oh, simple messages. Love letters. Secret coordinates. Remember to look for the hidden meanings in all works of art.
Haruna, that wasn't bad work out there.
Thank you. It was a lot to take. The terminal, the fold, all very mind-bending. And Matos.
I don't want to hear about Matos, unless he's dead. My daughter fell for his kindly old uncle act. She thought of him as a friend.
I wouldn't call it an act. He's a bit mad, but he's charming. And he does think we're on the right track.
That bastard betrayed us all. He chose Vincent over his friends, over his own values. I will never forgive him for it.
This all seems a bit grandiose. Why all the added, well, style?
You mean all the shiny brass and other polished bits and pieces on the ship?
Yes. Who paid for it? Who pays for any of this? Vincent must have bottomless pockets.
Vincent? Hardly. Oh, his abilities are impressive, of course. But he grew up poor. I was actually the one with... Oh... You should know. Vincent and I... We have a history together. And also, I'm not letting him take our daughter away.
Mara... Does she...
Of course she knows. I don't trumpet the news up and down the fjords. But I do not keep secrets from my daughter either. A lack of knowledge is a lack of power. And women have little enough of that in the world. I trust you will keep this to yourself. And please do not bring it up with her, unless she does first.
You have my word.
Thank you for your ear, Harona. I trust I can count on your discretion.
Let's go.
Landing team, we're having trouble with our long-range instruments.
These canyons. I'd wager they are rich in magnetic deposits.
Well, whatever the reason, we might not see the Ascendants coming.
Agreed. But if we can't see them, they might not see us either.
Given they outnumber us, this might be an advantage. I'll help you find the artifact. But once the Ascendants get here, I'm going after Rekka.
Don't worry about that. If we have the artifact, there is nothing Vincent can do. We'll have won.
Reached a stalemate. More like.
Just stick to the plan.
You gotta admire her focus.
She's new to being on the ground, I think.
She is. I'm worried it's too much too fast. I don't want to push her. I've done it before.